There you go. Put that towards your knee differential. We don't charge Beckley. That's really kind of. Yeah, you bet. You're all right. I'm Wrecker Rick, you're watching Murphy's Diesel, and we've got an off-road recovery, and I've got my main man Smoke with me. Come and show him your sweatshirt. Turn around so we can see it. She's got her HB sweatshirt on today because we're taking HB. We've got an F-150 and this thing is buried in the middle of nowhere. They actually told us there's no way we're going to be able to get it out. We're going to have to get a helicopter or something. And like, HB goes more places than a helicopter. Hi, Dayton.
Hi.
What do you got there?
Coloring stuff.
Coloring stuff? This isn't a coloring stuff exploration. This is an off-road recovery exploration. You ready? Well, we got to get your car seats loaded up.
You got my big girl seat?
Of course I got your big girl seat,
You
Dayton.
got my big girl seat? I hope it's not mine.
Huh?
You got my big girl seat?
Of course I got your big girl seat, Smoke.
Is it in Hellboy?
Not yet. We got to go get it. I got it out of Mom's truck, though. Watch out.
That thing is old.
How dare you say that about HB? HB is in its prime, Dayton.
Are you ready yet?
Batteries are dead.
Are you doing that to drive?
Watch out, Smoke. Trying to get this pile of HB started. Somebody left the batteries on. Who's the last one to drive this thing? Not very boisterous today, huh, babe?
Boisterous?
Yeah.
So you've got me on 75 hard. So no, not very boisterous.
Mrs. Wrecker Rick's like 8 days into 75 hard. I'm 365 hard. Here, babe. I got your big girl seat right here. Hop in there.
That's not my big girl seat.
Yeah, it is. No. Your big girl seat's a little bit hairier. Do you get it, folks? Get your mind out of the gutter. She's got sheepskin seat covers in a Ram. Wasn't talking about my beard. Here, Smoke.
No, it's not.
That's not her big girl seat. That's her toddler seat. We gotta go get your big girl seat. What do you want to use to get in the truck, Dayton?
I'm looking through the stirrup.
The stirrup?
Yeah.
In case y'all didn't know this, HB has stirrups and a ton of mud on it.
And inside. A ton of mud inside, too.
Do not cut off the handle. Not use your hand.
Use my hand. You use your hand.
I use my hand for everything sometimes.
You use your hand for everything?
Yes.
You even wipe your butt with your hand? All right, there you go, Dayton. Yeah, do you think I was sponsored by Yankum or something? Let me get this stirrup out for you, Dayton. Why don't you get on up there, Hoss? Push with your leg, bro. All right, watch out.
Hey.
There you go. Get in your big girl seat. Only took an hour of charging. Get your head out of your Wrecker Rick. I just put new batteries in HB just the other day, and it's been great. And then went on a recovery in the last storm, and I must have left my disconnect on, drained the batteries. I mean, deader than a doornail, folks. What were you saying that we need to do to HB?
Wash it.
Wash it?
Yeah, well, at least rinse the windows off so we can see. I'm not saying like he needs a full...
If we wash it, we have to go put our Murphy's Diesel wrap on it.
That's fine. Where's the wrap at?
In Ash Fork.
Alright.
So you're fine with driving this 20 miles down I-40? I'm not washing my truck because it's got a Warrior winch wrap on it. I've been so busy, I haven't had time to get my Murphy's Diesel wrap on it. So every time it gets muddy, I don't wash it because I don't want everybody to see the Warrior winch wrap on it. We wrapped it for SEMA, and that was months ago, and we've just been doing recovery after recovery, other builds and stuff. So this thing is muddy. Stand by, we're hitting the road. We got to go way on the other side of that mountain right there. Dayton's got to stop by the mailboxes real quick because she's got to send a letter out to her friend. You got some postage stamps, Dayton? road. It's a new year, folks, and there's no better time than right now to get in touch with today's sponsor, PDS Debt. Just get a little torque on these lug nuts here. I'm no stranger to debt. I've been down that road a time or two myself. Whether you're struggling with personal loans, medical bills, or credit card debt, PDS Debt has custom options to help you get out of debt. They go beyond the numbers to understand and help you with your unique position by personalizing a plan designed just for you. There's no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save more, pay off your debt faster, and start putting money back where it belongs, in your pocket. PDS Debt is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, folks. Boasts thousands of 5-star reviews on Google and holds a 5-star rating on Trustpilot. And let me tell you why. Because PDS Debt has helped hundreds of thousands of folks get out of debt. Just like old Wrecker Rick. Don't wait another month. Get back in the driver's seat in less than 30 seconds. Get your free personalized assessment and the best option for you at pdsdebt.com/Murphy'sDiesel. That's pdsdebt.com/Murphy'sDiesel. Now back to the recovery. We went through the tunnel for good luck. We may need it. It's probably going to get western. Mrs. Wrecker Rick is navigating. They used to call her Mrs. Navigator Rick.
Did they now?
Didn't they? Fun fact for you, I just missed my turn. And I got people behind me and I can't see jack. They used to call me can't see jack Rick. They also called me Lightning Lip Rick. I'm gonna go ahead and flip her around here, folks. HB will turn around on a dime, huh? Here it is. Fun fact for you, one time we had to recover a trailer with a massive log on it right over here. Old boy was camping out there and just made him a spot of dinner and fixing him up a cocktail, and next thing you know he had a 50-inch yellow pine laying on top of his trailer. Maybe not quite 50, like 45. This is a big one though. We'll drop a link in the description of the video. We're almost there. Stand by. We got about 4 miles to go on the dirt road. Sure would be nice to get some real snow. We only got 6 inches of snow on the last storm. Another fun fact for you, Matt's Off-Road Games is coming up March 19th through the 21st. Well, come on out and hang out with us. Sand Hollow, Utah. Better get your Airbnbs now because they are filling up fast. Also, camping sites, all that stuff's filling up. And we need your support. Come out and hang out with us at the Matt's Off-Road Games. 19th through the 21st. We're going to have the Comer there. We're going to have the 10x10s there. We're going to have HB there. We're going to have Indiana Homes.
10x10s? Floral 10x10s?
Yes, 10x10s.
I didn't get a big enough booth.
With the 10x10s, we'll make a booth, babe.
I'm speechless.
We've got our work cut out for us. Stand by. We're going to go get this F-150 out so we can get back to work on the 10x10s. Or get these gals some dinner. Fun fact for you. I had to recover a bunch of Boy Scouts out of here one time. They came up here to do some snow camping and they didn't look at the weather forecast. There's only about 6 inches of snow on the ground and a storm rolled in here overnight and it snowed like 24 inches. Had to pull both of their rigs out. That was when HB was just a little chap. LB, little B.
Hellboy grew big, but he got have a longer
Hellboy is going to have a lot of birthdays before he's super big. Hellboy's only actually 2 years old. Not even quite. It's like a year and a half old from the build date. Look at, there's the San Francisco Peaks. Unbelievable. A fun fact for you, back in 1898, Teddy Roosevelt transplanted the San Francisco Peaks right there in Flagstaff, Arizona, all the way from San Francisco, California. Can you believe that, babe?
No, that's why they used to call you Bull Rick.
No, they actually used to call me Fun Fact Rick. True story, folks. Scout's honor. Why don't you tell the folks a fun fact about me, babe?
I have a joke.
About me?
No?
Oh, yeah, I said tell the folks a fun fact about me. You know, something really juicy.
You're gonna miss your turn. You missed it. You're always too busy talking.
You wait, busy talking.
They used to call her Mrs. Space Cadet Rick.
It says that we can go left up here too if you want to go straight.
Fun fact for you, Mrs. Wrecker Rick's real hair color is blonde.
I wish, but it's not. I'm a brunette.
Fun fact for you, she can't even tell you a fun fact about her husband.
You're saying something juicy, like... A fun fact for my husband is that he likes to make me run ahead so that I can film him coming around corners because he likes to feel really bad while he's looking bad.
Pretty boggy out here. We've been getting a ton of rain, and then it finally snowed on top of the rain, so we got a ton of mud right now. Look, folks, it's a cattle guard. Fun fact for you, back when President Obama got in the White House, the first thing he did is he wanted to pass a bill in New Mexico and Arizona to relieve 50% of the cattle guards of their duties. True story. This old boy is way out here. We've got about a mile left to go. Stand by. There used to be a couple of culverts in the road right here. This F-150, I will bet you guys $100 that this guy drove off the road. What do you want to bet?
We're here.
Clearly not, babe. Because if this is where he was at, I would be rigging up to it, pulling him out right now.
Do you see any traffic?
I don't see an F-150. Do you, babe?
No.
So the coordinates said that he is right here, but I do not see an F-150. Stand by, folks.
What are you doing?
I can hear an F-150 idling 300 yards, dead north. They used to call me, put your ear to the ground and listen for the Buffalo Rick. I've also got a set of F-150 tracks motivated from the rear, headed due north. I believe he is that way. By the sound of the ground, I would say he's probably about quarter mile. Stand by. They used to call me Tracker Rick.
You're not Tracker Rick. You Richard with Murphy Diesel.
Richard Wrecker Rick Murphy.
Yeah, they used to call me Richard Wrecker Rick Murphy's Diesel. I told you, folks, quarter mile, right on the money.
Hi.
Do you hear a truck?
Is that yours?
Yeah, it's that.
Okay.
Keys are in it? Are you going over there?
Yeah. Do you want to walk over there or yeah?
No, I'll pull over there and pull you back to the road.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So I'll just walk over there.
Yes, sir.
Do you need anything from me?
Nope.
I'm good. Okay.
I can't tell where he went off.
He went off right here.
Oh, he did. Okay. You folks owe me $100. I told you it'd be off-road. Say my first rodeo.
Well, thank you for coming.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so very glad. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't believe I got
It happens to the best of us, I promise.
Where were you headed?
to get wood from that tree.
Oh, gotcha.
We came from the road. We're camping right over there. Figured I'd get wood from that tree and.
Yeah, you gotta be careful this time of year leaving the road up here. There's no bottom to any of this.
Yeah. You are correct, and I learned the hard way.
Well, I wouldn't have a job if people didn't get stuck. Yeah, I'll just have you get in it, put it neutral.
I'm not a vehicle person, but like, if you just smell right there, it's like smells
like burning gear oil.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I was in 4 and I had the lockers on and all the front was doing was clunk, 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 and it
Something
wasn't
might
spinning.
be wrong.
Yeah. Well, we'll get it out and we'll get it on the road and then we'll
Cool.
see.
Okay,
Sounds good.
cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know about that. That's
Okay.
the only problem that we have, like right now that we know of.
Okay.
Other than being stuck.
Yes. Other than being off the road.
So what did this start at?
Ram 5500.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Let me take a picture.
Go ahead. It's a good thing I brought my Yankum pull point. Perfect job for old Yankum pull point.
Wrecker Rick, tell us where they can get their own pull point.
You could get your own Yankum pull point at murphysdieselstore.com. It's that simple, folks.
We were talking about what vehicle would come pick us up, and he totally guessed. Like he was like, yeah, this vehicle, or like something kind of.
Oh, have y'all seen this before?
No, we were just guessing. You know, wait, it seems similar.
Yeah.
This makes more sense, but I was like, for some reason, I thought a tow truck might actually come,
Yeah.
and I was like, he was like, no. And I'm like,
Well, it is a tow truck.
yeah,
An off-road tow truck.
yes.
So if we send one of our normal tow trucks, it would just come out here and get buried right here. So in order to stay above ground, you have to have a big surface area. That's why we have such big tires or tracks or something like that. For the amount of weight, like this weighs 16,000 pounds. So if I were to drive out here in this truck with its normal size tires on it, it wouldn't have made it as far as your F-150.
Do you pull out like toy haulers? And,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
toy hauler, semis,
Oh,
lots
wow.
of semis.
Dude, that's
So-
okay. No, that's funny because Brendan was mentioning that he watches.
I saw, so I forget the name. But
Oh yeah.
We're also using using our old Wrecker Rick rope kit. You can also go to Murphy's Diesel store and get yourself a Wrecker Rick rope kit. I got my Wrecker Rick rope doubled up. I like to use a long one. We use a 30 footer. I got it doubled up because I want to keep them short. I don't need a lot of kinetic energy because HB is just gonna walk this thing back to the road like a little puppy dog. But I want to keep him on a short rope because he's coming out backwards and he's got to steer through all these trees. So stand by. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna just leave it in neutral
Okay.
and just follow me. We're gonna go out nice and slow.
Okay.
Yep, don't overcorrect, just try to follow my moves. So, all right.
Got it.
Wait. He opened his door. Let me see what he wants.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, what it said, I'm not a vehicle person.
No,
it
it's
said
okay.
30-minute neutral mode enabled, not a tow mode.
Oh,
So
it's okay. It's in neutral though,
it's in
right?
neutral.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I
it's
just
okay.
wanted to let you know. I'm like, yeah, okay, we're good.
Okay, is it still in 4-wheel? Or did you take
No,
it out of
two.
4-wheel when it
We're
was
in
making
two.
all that noise? Okay, cool.
So, yeah, I just want to let you know we're all good.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you want to leave the window down and if something, I'll holler at you or something, or you can holler at me, okay?
Thanks.
Yeah. It came up with a message on the screen that says 30-minute neutral mode, but not tow mode. And he just wanted to make sure that was okay.
Make sure the wheels are rolling.
Okay. Yeah. Stop. Okay. You're good. All right, you're good.
Piece of cake, folks. He said something's wrong with the front end. We're gonna check that out real quick. Stand by.
So do you think you could have pulled that out with that stock 4Runner? I tried once and I thought I was going to end up in the same thing.
If you have one of these ropes,
Yeah.
this is called a Wrecker Rick rope. The kinetic ropes store a lot more energy. So yeah, you could definitely with that, as long as that'll stay up on top of the ground, it doesn't dig in and sink like this did.
It did. Yeah.
And it got stuck too.
Yeah,
No, my disconnected and I had to do 4 low and lockers and barely.
Yeah, so like in that scenario, if you wanted to pull it out with that, you would take a kinetic, like a 7/8 kinetic, and hook it up just like that. Not like I did, how I had it doubled. You just go single, hook it up, soft shackle via soft shackle there, and then back up and hit it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like
Hard.
Yeah.
That's where the kinetic energy works. That's why you use kinetic ropes. You could use a lot smaller vehicle to remove a bigger vehicle with kinetic energy. Because what happens is it stores all that energy and then all of a sudden it just slingshots out of there.
dude, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get one of those.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Not a tow strap, an actual kinetic
yeah,
rope.
Kinetic rope.
We have them on our store, and,
Oh, cool.
and you can also go to like yankum.com. That's who makes our kinetic ropes.
Okay.
This is my actual sponsored rope. Like if you want one this color, black and red, mine's the only one that's that color. Comes with a kit. Comes with
The soft shackle.
soft shackles. You could get that pull point right there for hitches.
That's where his friend got stuck trying to get him out with a strap.
Whoever's working at the office was very friendly.
Really? That's good.
Good.
So
Probably Jessica and Angelica.
Jessica.
Yeah.
That was it. She definitely made me like feel better every time I talked to her.
Good. Babe,
Yeah.
don't forget your pull point.
What pull point?
You already forgot it.
It's a little tow truck driver humor for you.
Okay.
And then
I stole these from Boot Slough when he buried my truck on that, like 2 videos ago. Folks, when an off-road tow truck gets stuck, they get stuck.
So like coming down in would have been no problem. Just getting out.
Pretty handy. Thank you, Buslov. Why don't you pull up onto the grass right here and I'll climb under there and check out and see what we got going on. Oh, it's not even working, huh? Try four-wheel drive. Pull forward.
Oh no. Toasted.
Do it again. Turn your wheels to the left. Okay, try it again. All right. Yeah, I could see the whole diff is hanging down. It grenaded the diff. All right. The whole front differential completely grenaded, folks.
It's a neutral and you pull it out of here. Is it causing more damage?
We should put it right there. We can pull it up off the road, get it out of the road.
Okay.
And then we'll bring an off-road flatbed in here, load it on an off-road flatbed. Then we can tow it from there to, where are you at, Chino?
Yeah.
Yeah, then we'll just take you down to Chino.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah.
Okay. Will it go up there in two-wheel drive?
Let's try.
You could probably drive it to there in two-wheel drive.
I was slipping pretty hard.
Well, the back's locked up too, huh?
No. Try backing up first. Oh, it's still in four-wheel drive, huh?
No, I didn't do.
Oh, you do? All right, go ahead and try backing up. All right, right there. Now go forward hard and go off over here. It did it, folks. I lost a buck to myself.
I think he's a veteran too.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm gonna do this whole job for free.
Cool.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Of course.
Where you going, Smoke?
We go pee.
Oh, Smoke's got to urinate. Stand by. We're gonna go grab the off-road flatbed and we'll get this bad Larry loaded up and out of here and back down to Chino Valley. And at that point, we will let him know that this is all free because I don't charge veterans. And he's a veteran. I'm not gonna show you his license plate, but he's a veteran. Stand by. That's beautiful, Dayton.
Always the gentleman.
Let me get that for you, babe.
That you said the gentleman.
I've been accused of it a time or two, Smoke. That's handy, isn't it, folks? After all the abuse I put this truck through, and it treats me like this,
How dare you, HB?
I take you through rocks and trees, cover you in mud, snow, just out here living your best life, and this is how you repay me. You're sleeping outside tonight, HB.
He always does, Dad.
Well, he definitely is tonight. You guys are probably wondering why I don't just tow with HB. Well, I'll tell you. HB is not built to tow trucks like that. HB is built to tow more rigid trucks. Stuff with full replacement bumpers in the front, Jeeps, tube chassis stuff, side-by-sides, cyber trucks, anything you can sling or pick up with winch lines, and it's not going to hurt it. But a truck like that, complete as low as it is, plastic all over the front, low air dams. I don't have a wheel lift on here anymore, so Midnight Express would work, but this road is really muddy. I think the Midnight Express will get stuck because we haven't built it yet. That's why we're going to get the off-road rollback, and the off-road rollback could also tow on pavement, so I can just pick it up, tow it directly to where he's wanting to tow to. Then I don't have to lay in that mud and drop drive shafts and, you know, that old song and dance. I've been itching to drive the off-road rollback anyway, ever since Bootsloff had it out there. Pretty nice buck. They used to call me Buck Whisperer Rick. So the reason I was able to get remotely close to him, I could have shot him with my bow. I was like 70 yards from him. Is the bucks in this area are in the rut right now, and his does were on the opposite side of the road. So normally he would have just bounded off and ran from us, but being that his does are over on that side, he didn't care. He was going to risk coming back towards us and crossing the road by us because all he's thinking about is doe pussy.
Thank goodness that the girls have their earmuffs on.
I can't see this thing. Alrighty then. What is that? Is that water? I can finally get my windshield clean, folks.
This is why I don't like going on recoveries. I like going on recoveries because I have fun on recoveries.
It was almost like Hellboy got a bath, but he's still really muddy.
Yeah, it almost cleaned my windshield. Definitely got my arm.
What's happening, boss? What do we got going on today?
Well, if it ain't old Bootsloff. You like that?
Yeah,
Do you?
pretty cool.
So, Chris Bootsloff just stopped by to pick me up. We're gonna go grab this F-150, folks. Stand by. Allow me to introduce you to the off-road rollback. She needs a little work. We need to get this bad Larry in the shop and get a bumper on her, a winch, and a side puller. I've wanted to put a side puller on this truck for a long time. Just too many irons in the fire. Have you named this bad Larry yet?
I haven't.
I believe that's up to you, boss.
Up to me. You drive it all the time.
We got a few guys that drive it. Well, you're creative with the names.
Fun fact for you, this bad Larry used to be a two-wheel drive. It's got HB's original axle in the front of it, and it's got HB's original tranny converted to a two-wheel drive tranny, and then I threw a MP205 iron-cased bad Larry in this thing. It's got a twin stick. Unbelievable. This thing does front digs. Let's get on the road, Bootsloff. Stand by. The majestic, quaint little town of Williams.
You had kids in your neighborhood when I was waiting for you coming up, just asking about your truck.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I knew I couldn't get this job done without my main man, Bootsloff, today, folks. So I hollered at Bootsloff. He got the call. He had to go. So what were you up to, Bootsloff, when I gave you the call?
Getting ready to head to Flagstaff for work. That's about it.
So a little backstory about Bootsloff here. Bootsloff has been with Murphy's Towing for how many years?
Almost 8.
Almost 8 years. It's been a rough road, though, let me tell you, because Bootsloff had no background in towing, truck repair, or any of that. We started him at the ground, and he moved all the way up to the top. Bootsloff not only runs the off-road wrecker, he also runs our heavy wreckers. What would you prefer, Bootsloff? Would you prefer running off-road wreckers or heavy wreckers?
Heavy wreckers. Although they're both fun. As long as it's a challenge.
Straight from the horse's mouth, folks. He likes a challenge. Bootsloff is one of the, I think he's the second longest standing employee with Murphy's Towing. He actually works for Murphy's Towing, not Murphy's Diesel. I'm just tagging along today because normally I just go get him out of the woods, but we're going to give you a look into the daily life of Bootsloff today. You get to do a free tow today, Bootsloff. How do you feel about that?
Feels pretty good, man. We're giving back to the community.
He's a veteran.
Giving back to the veterans, man.
Not only did I need him for this job to run the off-road rollback, but I also figured, hey, Bootsloff is passionate about giving back to veterans, passionate about the military. He's somewhat of a gun nut, folks. What's your favorite gun, Bootsloff?
HK91, 7.62 by 51.
Why the HK91?
It's a classic. It's you can't go wrong with it. It's just a very nostalgic rifle from my youth.
How many of them do you have?
I got a couple of those. Basically, HKs in general, man. You can't go wrong with HK.
Big fan of HK, folks. What is your most memorable story about Murphy's Towing? The old school days, the good, the bad, doesn't matter. Let's give them a little insight of how things used to be.
You gotta give me a minute on that one. I gotta think about that one. There's a lot. We were definitely a bunch of cowboys for sure, man. We were a little rough around the edges. Honestly, we were the only ones in the area that could actually get things done that were too difficult for everybody else. We kind of built our reputation on being the company that they call when they really need it done.
Straight from the horse's mouth, we were just a bunch of cowboys out there on the highway trying to get it done, doing whatever it takes with whatever it takes. Boy, how things have changed.
Yeah, we were a small company. Now look at us. We got 4 locations, possibly going on 5. Pretty much dominate the 40 from California to New Mexico now.
We made it to the dirt road. We've got about 3 miles to go.
Wow.
Excuse me, I stand corrected. It's 7.2 miles. I am Bootsloff's navigator today. Let's see if I can't get him lost. Stand by.
There ain't nothing like Arizona mud, I'll tell you what. We might have to lock this thing in.
We might have to.
Might have to.
I don't
This thing
know.
does pretty good.
It does. This thing's like a tractor. We like to run tall, skinny tires with lots of traction on
Pizza
them.
cutters cut through everything.
Now, they work great when you stay on road. They don't work that well when you get off road. We made it, folks. We're gonna get this bad Larry loaded up and then hopefully we can get out of here. That road's pretty muddy. It was partially frozen, but it's thawing quickly because the sun is radiating today. And we don't have a winch on the front of this bad Larry. Probably should have brought HB because we're gonna be fully loaded and some of those holes are pretty deep. Stand by, it's probably gonna get Western. Boy, this thing is high tech. It's got a key fob and everything. Keyless entry? What? Unbelievable.
At least it's a Ford, huh?
All right, here you go. Hop in there. The reason we're putting it on a flatbed is, well, for one, it's not going to make it out in two-wheel drive through all that mud that we just came through. But two, we don't want all that mud to get up into that open diff. I don't know what parts are going to be usable. Best thing to do is to get it on a flatbed, get it down to Chino Valley, and that's what we're going to do, folks. Stand by. They used to call me Rollback Rick. Hope you don't mind I stole your job there, Bootsloff.
It's all right, Rick. Nobody does it better than you anyway.
Now y'all know why I really brought Bootsloff, because I didn't want to lay down in the mud. No, I'm just kidding. It's in the grass. I know what y'all are wondering. Rick, why don't you guys just drive it on there? Well, I'll tell you. We have a policy here at Murphy's Towing. We didn't used to have policies, but every time you break something or something happens, you know, safety purposes or for the integrity of the vehicle, we implicate policies. And one of our policies is you never drive a vehicle onto the bed for several different reasons. One of the major reasons is so many vehicles don't have good emergency brakes. You drive it up there, put it on the bed, it puts a bunch of strain on the park paw. Now, if you don't know what a park paw is, it's a little pin that goes into a selector gear, and that's what holds your vehicle in park. We also don't tow them while they're in park. So then you'd have to get back up on the bed after you put it in park, hook your chains up, then you have to get back up there and then put it in neutral. So it's easier just to hook your chains to it, pull it up, it's safer, your winch pulls the truck up on the bed, put your straps on and so forth. There you have it, folks. Go ahead. Throw her in neutral, beats up. Put the e-brake on. Now that we got this bad Larry up in the air, I can show you a little bit more of what happened. That's the housing right there to the differential. This is the pinion. That's all the bearings. It's a Ford thing. Hey, Bootsoff, you want to see what happens when you got stock tires on an F-150 and you get it into the mud with the lockers all locked in?
Let's see. Oh, God. Yeah. Yep. That definitely grenaded, huh?
What does that do for you, Bootsoff, being a Ford man?
I drive an F-350. I drive a real Ford truck.
Well, that's rich. He literally just got an F-350 like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I went from a Raptor to an F-350.
He used to drive a blue Raptor, if y'all don't remember. You can go watch some past videos. He used to be in some of our videos in his Raptor. One time I stole his Raptor and took her for a joyride. He got really upset.
How about you ride in here? It keeps wanting to go into auto park.
Auto park?
Yeah, it keeps auto parking itself.
Well, why don't you shut her down?
I think it'll automatically do that if we do it. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
God, is that how they're all going now?
Release brake and switch. Press brake.
Oh yeah, hit that. Disengaged. All right, I'm gonna pull you up.
So the off-road rollback only has a 19-foot bed. It's pretty short. We like it to be short to get around out in the woods, but when you have a crew cab truck, it takes up all the space on the bed. So he's got to shorten up his chains to get it all the way up there. They used to call him chain shortening Bootsloff.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Get a calendar with this man on it, huh, folks? Woo! Too hot for YouTube. Eat your hearts out, ladies, because he's taken.
Good right there?
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Oh look, there's grease on that slide. They are greasing this thing. I just lost $1 to myself. One time I had a guy putting a little Toyota on there and as a manual, and he put it on the bed. He drove it up on there, and then he set the emergency brake, and the emergency brake was set just enough to hold it while he got out of the vehicle. He got out of the vehicle and walked around behind it, and the emergency brake started losing its hold on it, and the thing started coming off the bed, almost ran him over, rolled back, hit a parked car. After that, no more driving him on, folks. All right, folks, we got the F-150. We are loaded up and we're getting out of here. Stand by, because we got some muddy road to trek. They used to call me Muddy Road Rick. That's why we like the tall, skinny tires. They get down deep and they find some traction. Really get a hold of it, you know?
What's going on, man?
What are y'all doing out here?
Just having fun.
Yeah. You out here camping?
Yeah, just doing a little camping, just me and Beats Off.
Yeah. Little cuddle in there. Yeah. I saw you scoot over to the passenger side. You were sitting in the middle, Ricky. How come you don't have a bumper on that thing yet?
Working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're working on it.
You get some good managers in this company, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody knows how to manage.
Chris, we're gonna go to Sycamore Falls.
What's up, guys?
Is this the family?
It's the family.
All right.
That's old Jeet, folks. He's the operator of the 75-ton rotator. Just out with his family, enjoying a nice little Sunday stroll. It is Sunday, by the way.
We work 7 days a week.
24/7.
Never stops. I think we're good.
A little bit more right here. I guess that's good enough. At least he takes care of the truck, huh, folks? We just topped off Valcor with a fresh tank of premium diesel. We're hitting the road. Next stop, Chino Valley, to drop this Veterans F-150 off. Stand by. How about that vibration?
What vibration?
That vibration right there.
Michael says this vibrates all the time, not to worry about it.
Not the noise of the transfer case. So the transfer case is mounted metal to metal. When I mounted this transfer case, I didn't put any rubber isolators in it. So it always makes a yo 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 yo.
What was that sound again?
Yo 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 yo. Hear it? Can you hear it, folks? Listen, there's like a every once in a while. Whoa 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 whoa. You hear that?
I heard that, yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it now.
What it is a driveline vibration. U-joint or something's going bad or something's coming loose. Pull this bad Larry over, let's check it out. Had 3 loose bolts, barely holding it in. It's a good thing I had my pocket pliers. Beats off.
You felt that going down the road too, didn't you?
Yep. I can't believe you didn't feel it.
I mean, it gets so you're
some
still
truck
somewhat,
driver you are.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them why you didn't feel it?
I got no excuses.
Why do you think you didn't feel it?
I don't know.
Too many vibrations on the truck?
Quite a bit. How many were loose?
3, only 1 holding it in there. Let me check the last one. Back it up a little. Keep going. All right, hold it. Let's go ahead and check this last one, make sure it's tight. This one wasn't sticking out. It didn't have any threads showing, but let's see if it's loose. Got a turn and a half on it. It was loose too. We are a few miles from this thing falling out.
Give me one of those.
You wish. It's the highest honor you could receive here at Murphy's Diesel.
Thanks, sir.
You're welcome, boot sloth. We are almost to the drop location. Then we can get this pile of F-150 off of our bed. Oh, stop it. I'd call it a pile of 1500 if it was a Ram. The quaint little town of Chino Valley.
This is Phil.
Hey, this is Rick with Murphy's Towing.
Hey, yeah, you're outside.
Yes, sir. We just pulled in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming right out.
All right, where you want this bad Larry?
Right next to the house.
All right, sounds good. We'll back up there.
I'll be right out.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Rick. Man,
Glad we could help you out.
Service.
hey, you're welcome. Did 4 years
What, Brian?
Marine.
Okay.
Was,
Well, there you go. Put that towards your knee differential. We don't charge veterans.
man,
Absolutely.
thanks. Yeah. That's really kind of you.
Yeah, you bet.
You all right? Yeah, it was just. This is my second truck. I have a 2000 F-150 right before the holidays. Spark plug to the head. And so I'm getting that worked on. And so it's just like, I don't know, it's one of those where you're like, cool. And I'm like, all right.
So what do you get to drive?
So my brother, he's a single dude, has 3 vehicles. I'm going to go pick up, he has a Nissan Xterra. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You bet.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we made it down to Chino Valley. We delivered the truck, helped a veteran out. Now this thing's going to get unloaded, and then he's going to take it to the dealer, and we're headed back home. Stay classy, folks.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys.